On the buses issue, I think we'll all echo what you said, our appreciation for the staff on TfL and also on the buses getting through that heat wave and keeping the whole system operating. I'd like to specifically talk about buses. I know you've got some discussions going on with my union, Unite, and I don't want to sort of really impact that too much, but it seems to me that we're not getting anywhere fast. And these heat waves, they're coming, they're more frequent, amber and red alerts. And if you do travel on buses in London, it's very uncomfortable, specifically for the driver. So 2 areas, one on new bus procurement. I know you want a fully electric fleet. Is it a requirement to have some form of air conditioning on new bus procurement? And is there any retrofit kit that you're looking at to improve the heat within the buses that are operating at the moment? And I say that because you did mention air cooling systems. Do we really believe air cooling systems on the buses are working properly? Because it doesn't seem to be like that if you're a passenger, and certainly if you're not in the cabin driving that bus. So does that need to be looked at in more detail? Are we trying to find a retrofit kit, that we can add to it, specifically for the drivers, obviously, because we don't want driver fatigue on buses. So where are we with that? Firstly, I'll come on to the AV if that's okay in a second, but maybe I can have a bit more detail about what's happening on that front.
Sorry, Jim, did you want to make your AV comment now so Andy can respond?
Just going back, Jim, thank you for your points around buses. It is incredibly challenging out there. So we've got an amber weather warning now right through till Sunday. So we've been meeting with the bus operating companies. And as you know, we've relaxed all of the bus performance regime during these extreme heat events so that bus drivers can take breaks when they need them, as Andy says. So we're saying to them, if you're feeling unwell, if you're feeling fatigued, you must stop the bus, and we won't penalise the operator for that. But we're also we're having additional cooling system checks, which is what you mentioned. And the cooling system isn't as good as we'd like it to be. So in the new buses, there's air conditioning that's been prescribed. We've actually set that at quite a challenging, once again, for the manufacturer's level to make sure that we can adapt to this changing climate. So that will be coming with all new vehicles. We're also doing a review of the red days that we had a couple of weeks ago to see what that did to services, to see whether there's something we do with bus services during extreme heat so that we can perhaps relax the service to enable it to be easier for drivers to operate. We're looking at things like cooling towels for drivers, cooling vests, and we've set up a new task force that starts on Monday. There's a meeting with Unite and the operators, which will meet every 2 weeks, getting everyone's views on what we can do, because this is going to be a sustained challenge that we're going to have until we get all new buses into the fleet. So you mentioned aircon or air cooling retrofit. We are going to look at that. Funding's challenging, but we recognise that this is going to be a challenge for the summers to come. So all of those things are in the mix, and it's really important that we're listening to our drivers and we're making sure that we can do whatever we can. So I'm hoping that this new task force is really going to bring through some great ideas as well. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Andy. Thanks for the questions and comments. I've got a few observations to make, which I want to share with colleagues. Look, those of us who were here during the pandemic know how important our frontline workers were and took risks with their own personal safety to make sure our city kept on running, to allow nurses, doctors, shopkeepers and others to get to places of work which we needed. I think this heatwave has reminded us that they're an invaluable asset and we need to look after them. Those that are directly employed by us and those that are indirectly employed by private companies, but employed by private companies and therefore indirectly employed by us, and we need to take care of them. It's really important that if colleagues have any ideas, and I think this team are working at, using every tool in the toolkit to keep our people safe, please let us know. So of course we want our users to feel comfortable, of course we want the kit to work, but also we need to make sure our workers are safe and healthy and not working in oppressive conditions. So Jim, just please pass the word on that there's an open door, open email, open phone policy in terms of reaching out about any ideas. If you think City A is doing things in an innovative way, let's pinch the idea and do it in London as well. And I can assure you that Claire means what she says about new tech, whether it's retrofitting, whether it's thinking outside the box to help transport workers, because it's really important that we do that.